ちのウォーミングアップを手伝ってくれるかい？いじめるやつ許さない。地球をなめるなよ。
There should be some anime introductions, right?
Oh, okay.
おい、逃げ出すなら今のうちだぜ。
俺が行こうか？
いいわ、私がやる。やっ、おっと、黙っとくな。食らっときな。はいや、行くよ。
なめるなよ。
し、はっ、はっ、やるね。おっと、はっ、カウンター。はいや、自分を離れてもらうよ。
ーパーサイヤ人を超える存在にな。
Oh. There we go. That's a lot better. It's also really way too loud.
Oh.
All right, and then we will back this up a little and kind of center it. All right, so now you should be able to hear us just fine.
Oh, I forgot about
I'm gonna
this.
go ahead and I'm gonna check the stream audio on my laptop here.
Nice.
Thanks.
That's okay. Can you guys just say random words and stuff?
We're saying random words because we're fighting each other, and Daniel's kicking my ass. Damn.
I have to remember the combos.
Yeah. I mean, just mash X for now.
Oh man, I can't believe half of Alex is being announced right now. Why is anyone watching our stream?
Nice.
Come on. This ad is literally 60 seconds long before the stream. You know what? I'm probably gonna turn back on ad block for Twitch after this now. Okay, now we've got it. Alright, we got good audio now. Alright. So I apologize to you guys if you were here and you some people loved Center for 21st Century liked our tweet about today's stream, so that's good.
Nice.
Let me look at the thing. I think it's open.
Nice. That was awesome.
Good game.
Alright, yeah, I'll dive in.
Okay, it's coming back to me.
Oh no. It's over now.
It's coming back.
Alright.
Because it's so different, playing on this controller and playing on the Nintendo Switch, you know,
Oh, for sure.
in the not docked, the what do you call playing a regular old Switch?
Game?
Yeah, I don't
I have
know.
no idea. But how? I feel like that's really hard to do.
What?
To play on the
I didn't like
big Switch.
Piccolo as much.
Yeah, but I have no other choice. Yeah, because at home I have a mini projector. I don't have a TV, so there is a delay from the connection. So if I play on the regular Switch on the Switch screen, it's the delay, there's no lag, you know, there's no input lag, because the projector is shit in terms of frames and data.
Sorry, you were right.
I really like that whoever is the voice for Kappa from Dragon Ball Super is the announcer for this game.
Oh yeah, that's
That's what
right.
it sounds like.
Okay. Shall I? You have to learn how to get out of the combos.
Thanks, Daniel.
That's something that I haven't figured out yet either. Not really. That Trump's assist is really good.
Yeah, it's one of the best in the game.
You do anything?
Why'd you ask?
Nice. You should change characters now.
I know what I'm doing. Daniel's like, I'm getting revenge for last week. Like, you haven't been able, this is only your second time ever playing this game. I was so excited to crush you, little noob.
That Goku Black Super is awesome though.
Yeah.
Damn.
Nice.
Yes.
That was weird. Why couldn't I didn't shoot out? Oh, that wasn't the one I wanted.
Ah. Nice. I'm trying to like figure out how to do the combo, but I always forget how.
Oh, husband.
Because like.
Oh, that's what I wanted to do to you.
Yeah, that Dragon Burst is OP if you can land it back.
Oh, I tried to jump in. Majin Buu.
Majin now.
Like a lot of this game about like like with every other fighting games about punishment as well. So you have to know like when to punish.
Sometimes I get confused because the jump is not like jumping in other games. Like jumping in this game is so free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially because you can do like a double jump and a high jump. So a double jump is just up twice, a high jump is down and up.
Oh.
Nice.
I can't see myself, so I have to do this stupid crap. What the heck was that cross up? I'm surprised I hit you because like I went for a cross up and it just didn't land. I was like, what? Oh, fine.
Oh,
Good game.
that Goku Black combo is.
Yeah, he's good. Good game. Come, Janelle.
The rotation begins.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just-
So I love about this game is like, what I love about this game is like, it really makes
that
you
was pretty
feel.
good. We'll try it now.
It really makes you feel
Sit down on
when
the
you,
couch.
when you slip up when you're being punished. You know, like punishes in this game are super hard. Like, so I feel that I've improved my play a lot when I became better at punishing. You know, like reading and punishing. Like, this is like a lot of what this game is for me now.
Yep.
Because like even if you can't like super connect combos, even if you can't like do a lot of like complex combos, if you are good at punishing and like reading, you can like get away with a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Oops, I went for the wrong thing. No, shoot the thing.
There is an easy way to extend that combo, Eric. Like, instead of like this pressing like heavy attack, you can go like light, medium, heavy
What the
attack.
fuck is happening there?
Oh!
Oh, nice.
Beerus has this awesome thing on his like combo that he'll go like behind your back, and then you have to change the direction of your block. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to block like this.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah. So you have
That's
to get
really
used to
good.
like changing the way that you're blocking. You guys are relying a lot on vanishes.
Well, yeah. How the fuck am I supposed to move, man?
No.
Nice.
Oh, that was really good.
What, I switched? Oh.
Yes. Nice.
No, that's my favorite.
That was a good use to vanish.
Oh yeah, to get the switch off.
Yeah.
Alright, so 3v1,
Nice.
but all my 3 are hurt, so we'll see how this goes.
Ooh!
What? Why are they still shooting in the other direction? Darn it! Majin Buu, you...
You big dummy.
You have to learn the characters.
Sorry, this isn't personal.
But you know that she's married to Queen, right?
Yeah.
Oh, is that it? She's not very
Yeah.
good at Vegeta. That's Bulma. Whoops. Bulma should be a character in this game.
Agreed. Ah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
This game is stressful. I feel like I'm getting better though. I'm glad I'm
Yeah.
playing the same. Like I have, because I'm like very fresh. I have to play the same character and like slowly learn like their thing, their stuff. But I do like the one-button combos. It makes it so much easier in comparison. Like last week or 2 weeks ago with Street Fighter, right? We specifically were talking about like how like, you know, going into training mode and practicing like certain combinations at certain times. It really feels like I can just go B, 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 B,
Yep.
and I will get a combo off that feels relative. It doesn't feel as satisfying, right? Like, and that's a trade-off, right?
Yeah.
To some degree, like kind of what Dave was talking about last week, where like what he values is like combo expression and stuff like that,
Right.
right? And so like it doesn't feel as satisfying as like in Smash when like I get like a 7-hit Sheik combo, or in Street Fighter where I do my Sakurai combo, which is like 5
Yeah.
hits, because those are like timed inputs at particular moments.
Yeah.
But as a new player joining the game, I feel like I can much more easily compete with you guys who have spent more hours in the game at least.
And like, but in this
Right.
game you have the same thing. Like I can do like
Yeah.
a regular
There is a
old
depth.
combo.
I'm
you
not
know?
saying there isn't a depth. I'm saying that like it's like the one-button combos just aren't the same as like learning the combos. But I know that there are not just one-button combos in this, right?
Right.
So it's like it's accessible and as deep at the same time. Jesus, Daniel. Wait, is Daniel Trunks? Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, that Z sword.
Nice.
Yeah, it can be tricky. Sometimes I don't mean to switch characters, and I do, and sometimes I mean to, and then like they just come out and just punch somebody.
Ooh.
That was wicked. Daniel, correct me if I'm wrong, but vanishes can be reacted to, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can tech out of vanishes.
Yeah.
It's
So,
not
like-
that hard.
Yeah, not just tech, but you can just turn around block, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The timing is tricky though. Nice.
Gotenks is so cool.
I know. Yeah, dude, Daniel's like, yeah, I've like lost a skill that I got in the last few days. Like, yeah, I just gotta get better. Yeah, okay.
But like,
Oh,
yeah, I know what you guys are relying on, so it's easier to like counter, you know.
I mean, didn't I beat you last game? Oh no, Daniel. Did I beat you
Oh.
last time, Daniel? Oh, nice block. No, I lost to Daniel. Yeah, I definitely lost to Daniel. Wait, did I? I don't even know.
I have no idea.
Chat.
Chat, where are you at?
Wait, Daniel, you just put down your
You-
controller.
Wow.
Get wrecked, scrub. Grab him.
I don't know how to do a grab.
I think it's R1. That's what Daniel was saying.
No, R1 is Dragon
Alright,
Rush.
I thought that beats grab though, or beats block.
Yes? I think it does.
The grab is Dragon Rush, right? It's the
Is
grab
it?
of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I mean, some characters have like a regular old grab, but like
I like this cat. I can at least pretend it's a girl.
Beerus.
Beerus,
has
god
a
of
name.
destruction.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
like-
can also call it this cat. Like,
I mean, he is a cat.
cat also means cool
Okay.
in American slang.
That's why you can be a cool cat.
Yeah, exactly. You can be a cool cat. That cat's got, got it going on, you know? You just call someone a cat. It's a good thing. It's, Alright, Dave.
Dave should be here to hear you talking about Beerus, like this cat, like this whatever. Like,
David be stressed out.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure the design is based off of felines.
Oh, he totally is. They make fun of him. They make fun of
It
him throughout
looks
the
like
show
an
just for being a
Egyptian
cat.
cat. Like
Yeah.
her, like,
He just doesn't appreciate being called a cat.
I forgot that you can't do it. Alright. Gonna come here? See, Daniel knows that, like, I want to play Street Fighter over here. And so he's like, I'm not gonna like, we're gonna play Dragon Ball Fighters. Oh shoot, I shouldn't have done something so unsafe.
Oh. Do you need
That's
to know
all-
like every Trunks combo or?
no, I know, like I'm not a like.
I don't like your trunks, it's too good.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, so you can't block
Nice.
in the air.
Nice.
Nice. Get it.
Oh, I didn't want to switch to Andre. I want her to live. She's my trump card.
Oh. Oh man.
Did I block that?
Rude.
Nice.
I don't really know what happened there, but... Oh, he's got a different... Oh, that's interesting. That's that way, so when you're doing that jump forward, that doesn't...
It goes through the key blasts.
Okay, that's good enough.
Oh shit.
Oh. Oh.
That hit me.
Oh, this is what I hate about Beerus, like.
Oh, it's like all I've got, dude, against you.
Okay, let me.
Have you figured out how all the Dragon Balls appear?
What is
or
that?
no?
I don't know what it is, but I assume it hurts
Oh, you have to do a lot of combos and then like have 7 of like key charge of some character. Then do, it's like very esoteric.
I have not seen that happen yet. But you,
It's
like,
so
summon
yeah. It's
Shenron
not
mid-match.
likely. It's not likely to happen. Like you have to work for it. You know, like it has to be like. Nice.
Nice. That's some good block work.
Yeah. That's when like your fighting games instincts come because like you have to mix up the thing.
Oh, I thought I'd land on the other side of you, so I was walking in the wrong direction. That's too bad. Should have
Nah,
gone
it's not gonna land.
Nice.
up. There's my punish.
Get out of here. Nice.
I only pressed one button, but I was timing it.
Button mashing.
More like button master.
Get over it.
Nice.
That's it.
Yeah,
Good game.
nice. You're getting so much better, like.
Yeah.
Well, I'm doing my best. I'm just trying to like do the one button combos almost exclusively,
Yeah.
because like it can be kind of tricky, like just especially because like this game I think has like a higher kind of it needs the one button combos I think because otherwise it's like you gotta learn 3 characters like
Yeah.
it's you know what I mean?
Yeah, and like yeah. And the one button combos like are rewarding. Like it's not that they are like shitty combos.
Yeah. They're not doing damage. They do a lot of damage, especially like some of those light combos are really good actually.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like the key is like learning to connect the combos to other stuff, like learning to connect the combos to the supers, like because that's when you can do a lot of damage. Because like you can connect the combo to the super and then call your friends to do other supers, and that can be very punishing.
It seems like punishment is really based on resources a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
There is also something that like you can use Vanish to extend the combo. It's trickier, but it's possible. Nice.
Ooh, I jumped over it and I still got punished. What? Alright, just get in there, Majin.
Ooh.
No, not you.
Yamcha, could you be useful when you come in here, or are you just gonna like keep like garbage Wolfgang fists over here?
You do a
So,
super.
for example, Eric, you did the overhead attack. You had to like be able to connect that to a combo. Like every hit that you land that you're not connecting to a combo is a waste opportunity. Like this is what this game is about. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no footsies as much.
yeah. So you have like it's a
But I just took out
puzzle
one of your
in a way.
characters.
Yeah.
Yeah. For example, like you could have like extended the combo there after the vanish, like.
Right.
But that's the thing, like you have to be prepared to like know what you're doing in every situation to keep the combo going. Like it's not easy at all. Overhand. Okay.
Once Android 18 dies, I feel like I'm just done. I don't even want to play anymore.
Well,
His reason for living.
they have the cat.
That's true.
The cat, yeah, I guess the cat is. I'll just pretend it's my cat.
There you go. What?
Ariel's elude me in this game. Okay.
Here,
Oh,
this is
so
OP.
good.
I don't know about
And then
OP.
you could have connected the super after
I guess I
that.
could
So
probably just
good.
keep doing that though. You can't until you learn how to block it. I guess I could just
Yeah.
keep doing that.
It's so good.
I
man.
won't do it again.
And then you can't connect a super after that. Like when the
You're good. You know exactly what I want to do. I don't know how you read me so well. I don't feel like I'm that obvious.
I've gotten, that's the thing I've been practicing, like timing to
Nice,
burst.
nice.
Oh, that's good. Ooh.
There's a lot of things about this game, like connected combos have a lot to do with like
Nice.
reading
That was
animation as well. Like as you get better, like reading animation data, like animation, like how the animation behaves.
Yeah.
It's also like something important to extend the combos.
It's really cute that Beerus is always like, now it's time to destroy the earth.
Oh, but that is pudding. Oh, but
Yeah,
there's
oh
steak.
no, what is this pudding delight? Never mind.
Yeah. Nah, I don't like
I think
that
my
at all.
only hope of
Okay, Beerus.
beating you, Daniel, is to just work with the same people. The ones that I know at least a little bit. Aw, Tien has some
I'm
sick
gonna take a break to
aerials.
watch
Yeah.
this Half-Life announcement.
Oh,
But it's
you're
not
right.
a real game. It's like VR.
What? VR is a real game, dude.
It makes me sick that they could be doing Half-Life 3 and then they're doing this.
It totally makes sense. It's so Valve, because Valve is so like they need to have an idea for the game. I don't think they have an idea for what Half-Life 3 will be that will be new and fresh.
Ooh, what's
Oh, that's
happening?
so good. Goku Black.
Oh,
It's so good.
I've never saw this. Like I always skip the thing, so.
I think that they also have different introductions based on who they're fighting. I think.
Oh yes.
It looks pretty good. Oh, they're using. Oh, it looks like a Half-Life like game in the sense of like using
No,
like it
that
looks
was
like
good.
they're using VR to do like physics stuff. Like there was like a shot of them like pushing like stuff off of a shelf to grab something in particular.
Nice.
I bet you they wanted to make Half-Life 3 VR and then they decided that there might be backlash, so that's why they're doing Alex instead. But
This is an
That was
overhead.
nice.
Ooh.
I love this. Nice, good change.
alright, so now you guys have been fighting. Looks like it's pretty close.
Aw, Chaozu, get away from
Bye-bye.
me.
Oh, Chaozu.
I don't
Do you
care.
have multiple Chaozus?
No, it's
No,
just
it's just the
one.
one.
Just the ones like once you use it, like he doesn't come back.
Yeah.
Can't believe you did that, Daniel. Poor Chaozu. He
I
didn't
don't
ask
give a
for it.
Let's die already.
So
Oh, this is unblockable.
to keep our always talking about Sakurai every week up going. So today, this week, or like in the last 2 weeks, I think, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate
Nice. That was really good.
became the best-selling fighting game of all time.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And in the interview, Sakurai said something I found kind of interesting,
Oh,
which was that
man.
basically like he still thinks that Street Fighter 2 is the best fighting game ever, and that like all fighting games owe themselves to, right? Even though his is the best selling, he just, you know what I mean? He's always humble, that Sakurai, right? But
Okay, Sakurai. So
Oh,
he,
it's
he,
so
he
good.
acknowledges
yeah, I'll
Street
pull
Fighter
up.
2 as the best game.
Yeah, I'll pull up that interview. Even though that's not the interview that
Oh, I love
I had you guys
this.
read for today.
Destructive finish.
Yeah. And there was also dramatic finishes because like at some characters that like kill themselves in the show, like when they do that here, like it's a different like animation.
Oh, cool.
It's called dramatic finishes.
Cool. I really like how much
Eric-
attention they pay
Oh,
to
Yeah.
the
sorry,
to
I
the
was.
lore.
Oh, did you win?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. A classical. Me versus Daniel.
Alright.
Playing a fighting game. See if I can find this article. I'm having trouble finding it right this sec.
So sorry, what's the point? Like Sakurai, like his game is like the best-selling one,
Yeah,
but he
yeah,
thinks
yeah.
that Street Fighter 2 is the best one.
Yeah, he's like, it's like a kind of, it's like he's
I can see that.
he's kind of like deflecting like
The praise.
the praise, right?
Oh,
like
so Sakurai.
like you know, but I find it interesting like when like we've been spending this month playing fighting games.
You
And-
have to-
Yeah. So like thinking about like Street Fighter 2, how many of us are like familiar with that game?
I'm
Me-
super familiar with
Yeah.
Not
So like,
super familiar, but
I've played a shit
I'm just
ton of
thinking,
Street
like,
Fighter 2.
how do we feel like how do we see like Street Fighter 2 in this game? That's like a good
Wow,
question.
like
that's a good one.
that's an awesome question.
Hmm.
For me, like for me, Street Fighter 2 is like
What the heck?
So good.
it's the foundation of like modern fighting games. Like a lot of like canonical game design tropes came from Street Fighter 2.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, like I don't know. Okay, I have to focus here.
I don't know. I think that
I would-
it's really tough to say because, like, for me, I play a lot of Street Fighter with my parents, and my mom is awful at
I
that.
don't even know which way to block.
So the
Wrong
feeling
one.
of getting like mashed against a wall here with combos is how I felt playing Street Fighter with my mom, who only knows one combo, and it's the Chun-Li kick. And she would just like mash against the wall until you just died, and that was the only experience playing Street Fighter with her. So that for me is where I see Street Fighter in this game. That kind of like repetitive punishment where you can just mash one combo, one
Nice.
button. Ooh, that's good.
Oh,
Get good, scrub.
Getting that Beerus grind down though. That's
nice.
good. Alright, Jared.
Oh, you got me. I was going for a heavy there. I need to like do lights more. See, look at your punching. Whenever I do at all well against you, I just need to remember that like I can't at all punish. So, like it's like I have to play like 3 times better than you in order to win.
Cool. Yeah, that feeling right there. That's where I see Street Fighter. Nice.
I'm not hearing your controller doing anything like.
I'm just waiting.
Nice.
Oh, I don't even want that.
Nice.
I want to get in on you. That's the thing I hate the most about this game is that neutral is played so far away where like none of your moves will hit.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just, I don't know. It's hard for me. Like I'm not saying it's a bad game or anything, but that makes it so much more difficult for me as a game like this. I don't want to be this far away from you. It doesn't feel
Yeah.
like a fighting game to me. Like, and I know that it is. It's just like I don't know what to do. You know what I mean?
I know.
Yeah.
And that was the biggest learning curve for me too. It's like just navigating distance here is really hard. Nice.
Nice.
That was solid.
That was a good game.
Yeah.
I felt like I did
Yeah.
better.
No,
once-
you're getting better. Like it's
But-
noticeable.
Yeah.
I'm feeling like my characters are feeling how better you're getting.
Oh yeah, it's just a tough game. I feel,
Yeah, I think it is.
like as all fighting games are, and it's interesting to kind of think about where maybe I think I want to take Boo off of my roster. I'm having a hard time with Boo.
But like one thing that for me makes it more accessible than other fighting games, like input commands are not that hard. Like for example, if you take like Street Fighter, like there are some characters like in Street Fighter, for example, Zangief, that like he has moves that are like being able to make the input is tricky. Like it's super tricky. Like here, the input commands are not as tricky. Like it's harder to like know when to do it and like how to like do like the correct rhythm.
Mhm.
For me, it's trickier than like the complexity of the input command in itself. You know, like
Yeah, that makes sense. The rhythm, especially in like a game like Street Fighter, is like can take a while to get used to. It can be really tricky.
yeah. I feel that here you have like a
many
huge
codes.
toolkit like of moves and attacks and whatever, and like the hard part is knowing when to combine something with other thing. You know, like it's not that it is hard to like input the command. It's like know when to do it and from where to do it. You know.
Yeah.
Nice.
I definitely was pressing a button. First time playing this game. If I recall, I did really well with him, and Dave got mad at me last time. Okay, what's an overhead that this guy has?
You have to, yeah.
Come
I
on.
think every character's like back medium attack is an
Oh,
overhead.
that's so good.
That's what
Nice.
he hated that move. Dave did. He's like, that move is OP.
Oh, yeah, it is.
My phone's going off.
Oh.
Hello? Hello? My phone is no longer going off. That's a great time for me to... Hey! What's this?
Then you should connect this with something else. You know?
Well, I don't know what to connect it else with,
Do
Daniel.
you know how to do the supers?
No, I don't know how to do any supers.
It's like a Hadouken with R1 and R2.
Oh. Pressing, but you have to press them both at the same time.
No, you can press either one.
I love shooting his hands out. That's cool. That's what life is about.
Being cool. Nice.
I love that that's like a counter to like the Hadouken. That seems
Key
like every
blasts.
character has. Oh, for some reason I thought you were like powering up, so I went for a move when you did that. Ooh, nice. Oh, I need him to be OP for later.
Oh, nice.
It's useful also pulling in another character when someone like starts charging up because you can do it. Can you block that attack if I start the combo with it?
I have
That
no
one?
idea.
Yeah.
No.
It's
if
so
you
fast
started
that
the
there's
combo,
nothing
So
you
it's
can do. Yeah.
the tricky thing is if I keep jamming it, it's if you didn't get hit by it, you have to remember to block the other way.
Yes.
I definitely tried to jump and. Sorry. There we go.
Nice. Bye.
I feel like I got more lucky this one than I did like I got good. I felt like there was a couple of moments where you did something that should have hit me, and I don't think it hit me.
Yeah.
I lost to Daniel to start my run, so this
Okay.
means it's Daniel's turn.
What?
So when I picked up that controller, I lost you, which means this is my
okay.
second game on the controller.
The Xbox controller is better. Like, I use the left trigger to move instead of the D-pad, and that trigger is super...
I only ever use D-pad.
Yeah, I use the D-pad for both, and what's funny is I find that one better because I like the D-pad more. But I also, that's what I play Street Fighter on, is one of those.
I don't like... I like when the thing is like, have like a hole in the middle, like you can fit your finger. For me it's better. Okay, Chan, let's go kill one more Chelsea.
Yeah.
So
Try to ride that bear
So
string.
I'm just gonna riff while you guys play for a little bit. In
Yeah.
fact, I'll come over to the middle here. No one's in the chat right now, so I will just riff on something thinking about Street Fighter 2 in this. I think we can start to create what we might call a taxonomy of fighting games.
Ooh.
Awesome.
And so if we're thinking of a taxonomy of fighting games, and I'm particularly interested in this because when I suggested to Stuart that for my dissertation I make a taxonomy of esports. He was super gung-ho about it. So now I'm always thinking about taxonomies when I'm on the arena to some degree. And so I think if we're going to create a taxonomy, we're just like what are the defining things that connect all fighting games together. And I think
You were asking for it, like.
Honestly, I just needed you
Yeah.
to not
so.
destroy me with perfect health.
The first thing is that I would say is that you play in rounds. So what this means is typically that the game has some sort of feature that resets the game while you're playing it. In this game, it's switching between characters mid-fight, right? In Street Fighter,
Nice.
it's the fact that when you drop somebody to 0, you just get a 1V, right? You have to get 2 Vs though to win. So you restart the round, right? But you don't win until you beat them twice. In Smash, it's the same thing with stocks. And right, and so all fighting games have this as a core concept for their fights.
I wonder what I can connect with after this.
Another thing,
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. You guys can talk to it. Another thing is the health bar or health as a resource is super important. Now that's typically the case in almost a lot of competitive games, right? Games that don't have health bars are like Rocket League, sporty kind of things like FIFA don't really have health bars, but they have stamina bars. But those are not really the same, right? You don't delete Messi from the game, right? when you just deplete down stamina.
Yeah.
But I'd say that's part of what makes a fighting game. Typically, we're going to see some external resource that allows for more complicated moves, right? I'm more just talking about the visual representation now. A heavy emphasis on frames and when you can and can't do something. So, for instance, right, this move comes out faster than your move. That's I think definitive in every fighting game has something along those lines of my move comes out faster than your move, so my move hits and yours doesn't.
I love these balls.
Bye.
An emphasis on punishing, so if your opponent does something, I think I'm up now.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Just as that was your first game.
That was yours first.
Oh, okay, sure.
And so, an emphasis on punishing moves, all these things what I would include in the taxonomy, and I think to some degree all of those things are in Street Fighter 2, which kind of is why we might consider it as the genesis of. We'll do this guy again. Fuck, West City destroyed, not West City not destroyed. I miss Videl.
Miss Vidal.
Videl was like Android 18 to some degree.
I was wrecked by a Vidal player a couple of days ago. Oh my god.
That was a badass.
Though, if we're going to, I'm just going to note something that's kind of sexist about this game. There's only 3 female characters. Whatever, bad representation. But 2 of the female characters, Android 18 and Videl, have a male counterpart who
Yes.
assists them, and it's
Yes.
part of their kit.
So in this game, is it Vidal or is it Great Saiyan 2?
It's Videl is the name of the character, but okay, I'm trying to talk, Daniel.
Danny doesn't care about that.
Oh, sorry.
It's Videl, and then the Great Saiyan is
Oh, that's her assist.
yeah,
Okay.
it's like Android 18 with Android 17, where
Yeah.
he just comes in and does shit, or is supposed to if you're good with him.
Yeah, and that.
Does that go through blocks? What was that?
Ah!
And that's something that's definitely shitty about this game. It's also just shitty about Dragon Ball in general. Representation of women in Dragon Ball is notoriously just
Terrible.
horrible and makes me so sad.
Wow, I just pulled him in and he took. What the heck is happening? Wait.
Okay.
So is that a continuation of the? No, it wasn't.
No,
I thought I was blocking.
So, Daniel, you've seen Super, right?
Yes.
Did you like the Rose arc, with Goku Black and Zamasu?
I'm not sure,
What?
Let me think.
Wait, I took you out?
Yeah.
Shit.
Because, I'm not a super fan, I'm not a Oh, just a second.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
I have to kill Chaozu
What
like
is this?
super quick.
Oh my god. For Chaozu, he's just fodder.
Nice.
Chaozu, what's your one attack? It's self-destruction.
Oh God!
God,
Come on,
get out of
Daniel.
here.
This is a
Try
fucking
me.
14
Yeah, I
hit
didn't
combo.
even need a Trunks there.
Could I have gotten out of that? Like,
No, you couldn't have. That's kind of what I mean by Tien has really good aerials though. Like,
Oh!
decimate.
I'm trying to
from
make the
above.
super before landing.
Daniel's over here like trying to master combos and I'm like just trying to win.
Oh. Nice.
Oh, it's so just brutal. Nice.
here comes the super.
Oh,
Bye bye, Chaozu.
Oh my
And also,
God.
mission accomplished.
and Tien's like so sad. I was like, no.
Yeah, like, okay. Let's go on.
Why is Tien covered in lightning?
Oh. I can't explain that. Like,
Oh my god.
I love how they, like, do this. It's, like, similar, you know? Like,
Yeah.
so it's.
It just felt like I was equal with you, except I can't do the supers. Like that's how that one felt a little bit.
You want to go into training so I
No,
can
no,
share
no,
some
no,
free
no.
stuff?
I don't wanna. I wanna just beat you on my terms.
Oh my
Street
God.
Fighter. It's nobody's Janelle's turn.
Alright, so
Oh,
tell
sorry.
me what you think about Super, and then why was Tien glowing?
Oh, about the super in general, or just like
Well, you were
okay,
gonna say
super
something
in
about
general,
Super.
like super in general. I feel that it's super unnecessary. Like, it's just fan service. It's just fan
Yeah.
service, you know.
Strike
Like,
Krillin.
it's just like a lame narrative excuse to both put these characters to beat each other at all times. You know, like
So, do you mean the whole series, or like the Tournament of Power?
the whole series. Like
Okay.
the premise is so stupid. Like a cat god comes from nowhere and gonna destroy stuff, but there's candy. You know, like I mean.
That, yes.
I
It's-
feel that
it's
there
really
in
silly.
Dragon Ball Z there is like a lot more stuff at stake. You know, like there is more character development. I feel.
Yes, I think that's totally true, and I think that there's a lot of silliness in Super that I just kind of went with. Like, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching it. It was
Yeah,
nice to
me
get
too.
new Dragon Ball content, but it was total fan service, and it was absolutely underpinned by just silliness. Like, Beerus' weakness is that he really likes sweet food,
Yeah.
and you know, it's just like, okay, and it was just a means of like getting the
What?
it was
Oh,
just
I
a
don't have a thing. God damn it.
it was literally just a way to get Super Saiyan Blue like in canon. That was it.
Yeah, sure, and also like whatever instinct, like supreme
Yeah,
instinct,
Ultra Instinct.
ultra instinct.
Yeah,
like,
and then Autonomous Instinct like at the very end. Yeah.
what is this? Like, there's another instinct?
So there was Ultra Instinct, and then at the very end to beat Jiren, he got Autonomous Instinct, which is when his hair turned white.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I have no clue.
Autonomous instinct.
I have no clue what any of you are talking
Yeah,
about.
like for example, Jiren as a character, like he was like super like, oh, this guy is so strong. Like he doesn't
Yeah.
even do anything. He's like he's just there,
Yes.
like with his arms crossed, like
Yup.
and like there was like so little time like invested in character development. You know what I
In
mean?
just the whole series, absolutely.
Yeah, and I feel like someone that bothered me like as well was like a lot of characters go to the background as like
Bro, he
super stupid. Like for example,
He's got solo rage. I did get a good combo out there with it. Ooh.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a super Dragon Ball fan, like a hardcore Dragon Ball fan, but I feel that like Super is a way to make a revival for the money. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I think there was definitely an element of that.
so I was watching it just to like.
Wait, did I just do? Did I just do damage to your friend because he came out
think
when
you
I hit
did.
him?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Yeah. So you want? I'm not. Why I was glowing red?
Yes.
Okay, you guys should pause the game super quick so I can show you something. Like someone pause the game.
I can't press the pause button. It doesn't do
Yeah.
anything.
No pause.
Like
have 208 seconds.
the spark thing, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
in the HB, like there is like I forgot the name, but if you press the 4 buttons at the same time, you go on into that mode and then you recover the blue health, and then you get stronger and you have access to different moves as well. So for yeah,
You said
Like that.
Did you say Dragon Punch? Oh. Alright.
you saw how you're recovering the blue
Yeah.
health.
I do.
So that's useful
Oh,
when
Dragon Punch. Look at that.
What?
I did something with Dragon Punch like that I didn't intend to do. Okay. Okay, we're back to fighting, I guess.
Yeah.
I keep wanting to do. Oh god, jump again.
Ooh, nice.
That's so good. I keep wanting to do Sakura combos when I play this game.
Oh my god, dude.
Oh, that felt really
Damn,
good.
that was so good.
Because like I
That
knew
was
that
so good.
after the second hit of the R2 that that I can't follow it up, so I
Yeah.
tried to do the teleport, and I think that was a true combo, right?
Nice.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Why am I getting a cutscene?
Because you always get a cutscene when you win.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
We just skip it every time.
Yeah.
Right, I think she's almost always dead when I get there. So, okay, was that my game 1 or your game 1?
I think that was my game one.
No, you get play again. There's no problem. I can talk more about Super.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Oh yeah, we won't even interrupt you. We'll just focus on being better.
And so yeah, I don't know. Like, I didn't watch any of the fillers because I saw no reason to do so. Like,
Yeah, no,
for
that's
me,
fair.
at some point became like this. Oh, I want to see like the animations. I want to see like the fights. That's what I was like. And there are like when they go to the tournament, like in the end of the series.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of like super dumb characters. Like
Yes. That. I mean, they had to fill in 100 people.
there is a
You know?
universe of whatever, like other animals. There is a universe
Yeah.
of like.
Bergamo and stuff.
So it's like, oh, why? Like,
Yeah. It's because I think that they're trying to set up for something after Super. Like, there's been a lot of talk on different like blogs and stuff of what they're gonna do next. Because right now there's a new arc
Maybe
that
they
takes
could,
place
like-
after the tournament.
it's over. Like, can you like just accept the fact that some stuff ends? You know what I mean? Like,
Like, yeah, but at the same time, no one can accept that. You know what I mean?
I do like one, but that's like my major problem with like pop culture today in general is that like people are so caught on this like stuff that everything has to be a series, everything has to be like a cinematic
Right.
universe, everything has to be like
Yes.
so you cannot stop like consuming the stuff. But like, I mean, for example, in terms of anime, I miss like when you have like Cowboy Bebop, for example.
Yeah.
You have 26
Oh.
solid episodes, and it ends, and that's it. Like, deal with it. Like,
Yeah.
That was an 11-hit single button combo.
Nice.
Yeah, good. Oh, good job getting an early kill on me. That's like the one thing I feel like I'm good at is getting the switches off, so I don't lose a character right away. Ooh, nice.
Nice.
I tried to do it some sort of super.
yeah. But that's the point. Like, you have to know the character's super, so when to use them, because some of them like throw stuff in different
Nice.
directions. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, what?
That will be
Nice.
it. I was like, just get out of here. So, what would you guys say? What's the meaning of Dragon Ball? What is like? What's the point? Like, what does it say about humanity and culture?
oh shit.
Do
like,
you mean like on a narrative level, or?
Yeah, on like a narrative level, like.
I think it's really silly, but for me, it's definitely like constant self-improvement, no
Yeah.
matter what the reason or opportunity is. And like for Goku especially, it's definitely just like physical and fighting strength or whatever. but
Yeah.
I would say that above all, that's at least like growing up watching Dragon Ball and having that be like my favorite thing to watch. That's something I got out of it.
Interesting. For me, was Saint Seiya. Saint Seiya for me was like so much bigger deal than Dragon Balls.
What was?
Saint Seiya.
I don't think everyone else did.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not a big thing here. Like the knights, like the zodiac thing. Like
No, I don't think so.
really, that's interesting. Do you know Saint Seiya, Eric?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my god.
Nice.
That was a good game.
Oh, it's over.
You just literally said, "Oh, it's over." It's like, "Oh, that was so fast."
So, all right. So you felt like the continual like self-improvement is like what Dragon Ball is kind of about.
Yeah.
Daniel, what do you think Dragon Ball is just? What do you think it's about? Like, what does it say about humans and people as a representation of humans and people?
I wish I made
Because like it has
Yeah,
such
like-
it has a huge emotional resonance, and I refuse to believe it's just because people shoot lasers out of their hands,
That's definitely not. Yeah.
right?
That's hard to answer.
Like it's cool, like yeah, that people shoot lasers out of their hands,
Sure.
but that's not everything that is here.
I don't know, like maybe you could read stuff about race as well, about like because there are a lot of like different
Yeah,
races and
for
like
sure.
people trying to invade each other and like imperialism because but I feel that at
yes.
some point like it's different because Dragon Ball, like the original Dragon Ball is one thing, Dragon Ball Z is a different thing, Dragon Ball GT is a different
Which
thing.
We don't
came
talk about that.
Dragon Ball came
Dragon
before
Ball
Z,
is the
right?
first, like it's
We don't talk
Goku
about
as
GT.
I'm
like
just saying,
Goku
Dragon
as a
Ball
kid.
came before Dragon Ball Z, right?
Yes.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
Goku as a kid.
It's linear.
Yep.
I just wanted to make sure that Dragon Ball Z didn't come first. I don't know the history of the manga particularly well, even though I've read all of Dragon Ball and seen all of Dragon Ball Z.
I feel that Dragon Ball like is about like also like friendship and community because like you have Goku and Krillin and Bulma like bonding and they are like rivals but at the same time they have so it's about friendship as a lot of like kid shows are as well
Yeah.
and like Dragon Ball Z is not about that anymore because like there are different themes and then you have like Saiyans invading
Yeah.
and like
And like reconciling with identity when Goku like finds out, like, oh, I'm a Saiyan. Is that what
Yeah.
that is? Right. Like that whole thing.
and the
And-
difference between
yeah.
him and Vegeta as well because
Yes.
Vegeta is the prince, it's the Saiyan prince, you know, like
To me, one of the most salient things about the Dragon Ball series in terms of its narrative resonance, is like how there's such a heavy emphasis on like no matter how good you are or how strong you may think you may be, like you're always not only as strong as whoever's like kind of with you. So like I think of like in Dragon Ball Z, right, the two Saiyans come like right, Nappa and Vegeta and like season 1 and ultimately they're kind of foiled because like not because anyone on the other side is stronger, but because the other side is like working together.
Right.
And like in Dragon Ball, and the second season
Yeah,
of Dragon
yeah,
Ball
that's
Z,
right.
like right, they all go to Frieza, and like
Yep.
I think about how they beat Frieza, right? It's like it's not just because Goku goes Super Saiyan, right? It's like there's like this
it's
cascading.
because Krillin dies.
Yeah, it's because
Seriously?
Krillin dies, right? Like it's and yeah, that's kind of lame. Like Cell games, it's the same thing. Like I think about. Like a great, probably like the most emblematic moments of the series to me, in regards to this thematic concern, is when Gohan is like fighting Cell, and like right there, and like they're in that moment where where like the beams are fighting each other, right? And
Yeah.
and Cell has kind of got Gohan a little overmatched, but then Gohan's like doing it with his dad, right? Like his spirit is there with him, and then if Vegeta like does some shit to like distract Cell, and then
Right.
and then they win. And I think about like the characters like in terms of like grace and in terms of like forgiveness and stuff. Like you look at like Vegeta,
Nice.
Vegeta's arc, right? And Vegeta's like he's a bad guy and he becomes a good guy. Piccolo is a bad guy and then becomes a good guy, right? And so
Stop baiting me, it's not gonna work. Yeah, it worked. I just want to kill Chaozu, right? I just...
I know you do, but if you kill Chaozu, it's gonna kill me.
and so it seems
Sorry.
like a lot of the time, like it doesn't matter if like Goku is
No! Oh. Chaozu died for nothing.
Yeah, now I can go back here.
Oh, good. Yeah, no, that's great.
it's so hard to recover from like that. You have to be very mindful when you're doing this.
And if we consider this a theme of Dragon Ball, it's like working together, you know, to accomplish tasks. I think also this definitely comes across in Dragon Ball, the series that you were talking about friendship, but like right, like Bulma, Krillin, the old dude, Goku, right? Like they all bring different things to the
in
table
my face.
that like helps them defeat the robot people.
The androids.
Not the androids. No, that's a different. That's Dragon Ball Z. I'm talking about in Dragon Ball Red Ribbon.
Oh,
Red Ribbon
okay.
Army.
Oh, the Red Ribbon Army.
Yeah. Like right, like Goku couldn't have beaten Red Ribbon Army without like Bulma, right?
Yeah.
Like, and so.
Nice. Nice. That's so good. Thank you, Beerus. That's so good.
Just do the light combo. Daniel won't be able to block it.
Yeah, get away from me.
I just want to kill you with like this move.
Get out of here.
Alright, only 2 more to go.
You can't take a hit.
But I don't have Chaosu anymore.
Good.
I don't think you need
That's
Chaozu
great.
to do 2 light punches.
Ooh, nice.
No.
And so I like, but yeah, so like I look at this stuff, I think like that's one of like the major themes of thematic concerns, and I was reading some of the interviews that we didn't read for today. What?
What? Oh,
That
sorry.
that was game 1 for you, buddy. You gotta beat me up now. And like in one of the articles, they note how like Krillin is meant to be like a support character, and I think that like, and then how Krillin is also one of like the least played characters of the game as a result, that people think that he's just like trash, and
It's also true in the narrative.
yeah, but I think that like what was interesting about it is like, it's kind of like they're trying to remediate a little bit the series with like like, and the other thing that they noted is like, well, it wouldn't make sense to like pick Krillin and then have Goku versus Krillin as like this is like literally what the director of this game said in an interview. I don't know if it was the one we read for today. I read like 4 interviews and then picked the best one. But in it, he's like, it wouldn't make sense at all if you like pick Krillin and fought Goku. Like Krillin would never beat Goku in a straight up fight, right? So like the team thing, like House managed that, and it's like I'm playing Videl, Android 18, and Yamcha. Like they're still like way below, right? Trunks and Goku Black in terms of power level. Like,
and I feel that Super does a job in like addressing this, because like they like Master Roshi is powerful now, like because like all of a sudden I was training and you didn't know. Now I'm super powerful. You know what I mean? Like okay.
For sure. And I mean, I think that that's in part because they're like, all right, what do we got to do to get the gang back together, right? What is it gonna take to put Tien and, thank God not Yamcha, but Tien and Vegeta and Goku and all these people back on the team?
So there's nothing I could do about that. 17-hit combo.
I do think that the one thing that Super did pretty well, and it was total fan service, it was just like, what have they been doing since the end of Dragon Ball Z, which they did give us, which is kind of nice. So it provided some, I guess, like narrative closure at the end of Dragon Ball Z.
Nice,
didn't do, which is kind of cool. I mean, and some things didn't change, right? Yamcha's still a loser. Tien is responsible.
Nice.
Oh, I was trying to do a dash forward and I can't believe that both of us, neither of those are like, those are both safe on black.
Oh,
I find that so hilarious.
Chaosu's gonna live.
I did it for Janelle.
That's disappointing. Nice.
Oh no. No.
I think it's gonna kill him.
Probably. And I mean,
It is
even if
Yamcha.
I love this animation.
It's so good.
Oh.
And that's kind of why I asked if you liked this arc or not. Because in terms of the narrative, I was like, okay, like, I wish that they had just committed to doing more of it instead of just like kind of making it a quick few episode arc. Goku Black and Zamasu felt like much more of a villain.
I love you and me.
Oh,
How's that? Wait, how the heck
my
did
God.
where did this 31 come from? I'm genuinely curious
Oh.
because I don't.
You're so caught up in like numbers, man.
I don't know. I don't feel like I got hit 31 times. So I'm just like confused. Ooh,
Oh, man, that.
Eric felt like he blocked that, but
Oh, that's just the worst.
No.
are you kidding me? I just wanted to get out. I was just like, oh yeah, I'll teleport out and then I'll switch.
Yeah, but you open yourself
I know,
for
I know.
punishment.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Wow. Thanks, Yasa. Good to hear.
You hate Yancha, that's awesome.
He's just such a garbage man. But don't get me wrong, he's one of my favorite characters to play in this game. I
Oh,
like
yeah.
his movements. But like as a character, he's infuriating.
Okay, bring out the trunks. I like being able to block in air, but I don't really know how to use it. Is that a grab?
Yeah.
Oh
Is that like a super grab or something?
I wanted to show you this animation here. It's awesome.
Yeah,
okay.
just
It's
destroy
okay.
the
It's
planet.
okay.
It's fine.
Alright, I'm
You
gonna
too?
pull up the interview now.
Okay.
Cool.
So I'll read a little bit from it.
This
Okay,
is
someone
trying the planet
created a
like.
group? Oh, okay.
Yeah, like the Zamasu arc in particular is like super. It's confused. I can't explain it because like
Yeah.
someone go back in time and then like it's super weird.
Yeah, it was really weird, and it relied on the Trunks time traveling thing. And I think that they ended up just using it like as an excuse to set up the Grand Zeno narrative. Where like that's how they explained him. It's like, oh, by the way, there's like 12 universes, and Grand Zeno, who is effectively this child, is ruler of all of them. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, and
You
also
just gotta,
like
you just gotta buy it. It's like, all right, cool. I'll go with it.
I was like super like tired when it was like, oh, let's go to the future and let's go back. They go
Yeah.
to the future and then they get beaten up like super bad and then okay, let's go
Then
back.
they go back.
And then
Yeah.
they go again and then they go back. You know,
Yes.
like there's no plan
then-
whatsoever. Like it's just
Exactly.
like getting beaten up like repeatedly. You know,
It,
Yeah.
And it totally was.
that's what's so dumb. Like
So, here's a particular question that I think is relevant to one of the things that has been a constant thread throughout this month of fighting games. So, this is a Eurogamer interview. I don't know who is interviewing. It's interviews by Wesley Yinpool, the deputy editor of the. He's interviewing Hiroki. The last name. Let me find the full name.
oh, that's a good question.
Tomoko.
You're
my
gonna be
God.
so dead in a few moments,
Tomoko
Chaozu.
Hiroki. Alright. So FighterZ manages to appeal to newcomers to fighting games as well as fighting game fans, which a lot of
Nice.
fighting games struggle with. How did you approach maintaining that balance? And Hiroki replies, the whole concept was to reach out to Dragon Ball fans as well, although it is a fighting game. So we believe that in order to reach this casual fan base, we needed to make the controls not too difficult.
Oh,
The fact we were able to implement a 3v3 system was one that helped bring in the casual users, especially because we understand Dragon Ball fans wanted to use different types of characters, but no one. We thought
True.
that rather than make the controls
How do
more
you
and
do that
more
chase,
difficult, we
What?
wanted to
How do you do the
focus.
chase?
what chase?
Like where you fly up on me?
Oh, like
R2.
like this?
R2?
Yeah.
Okay.
rather than make the controls more and more difficult, we wanted to focus more on
This is
mind
the super
games.
dash. Oh, mind games,
Yeah,
yes.
and making each of the characters quite different. Another thing I realized only after the game was released this is really interesting. Another thing I realized
Nice.
only after the game was released is that when this game is being played for
Charles
esports,
is going to die.
the fact we were able to
Today.
use easier to understand words for specific mechanics we have in the game. So for example, the Z charge, the super dash, this wasn't our main objective, but the fact we were able to use rather easy to understand words is something that has worked to lower the hurdles for casual fans. And then Matsumura, a different developer, writes, we started out with a clear goal that we had to satisfy both casual and competitive players. We had that idea from the start. Since this was a new franchise, we were able to build from the ground up without pulling from any of this other series fighting games. So we were able to build from the ground
was
up
unnecessary.
to balance the system without having to think about how we were going to satisfy old players. That was a good positive we were working towards. Arc System Works has recently been very conscious about this problem of the divided user base. We were both constantly trying to find ways to satisfy the user types. Did you just crush them?
I took out like one of his characters.
Oh.
So it's like,
But
no.
it was like the
But it
important-
was he can't kill Chaozu now, which is
Yeah.
really just not my goal, but it just keeps happening.
So, thinking about that in terms of like the divide and like the different
Oh,
objectives,
he
'cause
does the
I
same
think-
thing as Beerus.
I think oftentimes when we think of game development, we're thinking of just like people trying to make like a good game, right? But the developers of this game, right, who are also the developers of the Guilty Gear franchise, right, their goal wasn't at the outset, yes, it was to make a good game maybe on a holistic sense, but their goal was also, as we see in this interview, to make a game that could cater to both casuals, aka like people who are just fans of Dragon Ball, right?
Right.
And want like to play a Dragon Ball fighting game,
Yeah.
as well as people who want to play fighting games. So they had two
Yeah.
particular audiences in mind. And so when we're playing this game, how can we see, where do we see that coming out?
I think that for the casual gamer, which would be more like me, who's
Bring
more
back
interested in the fact that this is a new Dragon Ball game that I can play. You see that in like little things that pay attention to the lore.
Yeah.
Like people have different introductions if they're fighting someone from
Yeah.
the canon, or if there was a fight that wasn't canonical and they like make a comment about it. And the fact that they have new characters like Goku Black and Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, little things like that where it's like you didn't have to do that. This could have just been like the new version of Tenkaichi 3 or something, where it just maintained the original Dragon Ball Z series. But
And also like camera placement, for example, like
That is actually literally here. Read.
Yeah.
Go ahead and you can read the next question in the interview, which I was going to read, is in terms of mechanics, what's most important to helping the game achieve this balance? He specifically talks about camera angles, so I
Okay.
find that interesting that you brought that up.
one of the biggest aspects was having more freedom in the camera angles. Unlike conservative fighting games, we utilize the camera angle shift a lot in the game. That is to make a more visually appealing game. It also complements the quality of the game to show the player what is happening from moment to moment. So with the easy controls and the strong visual appeal, those two were the key elements in attracting the more interest of more casual players. That's what you're talking about, you know.
yeah.
Because it's just the controls and the visuals, it doesn't get in the...
What the heck? Nice, Janelle.
Because it is just the controls and the visuals that doesn't get in the way of high level playing. It doesn't ruin the competitive play. While it complements the casual players with the more easy controls and more flashy visuals. Yeah, and I feel like I'm not sure if I could call myself like a competitive player, but like I got into this game and like I want to get better now, and I've been playing it like in a regular basis. And like this game has something that is very Dragon Ball-esque for me. That is like this feeling of getting beat up, like
Yeah.
makes you better like all the time, because like
Yep.
that's the thing about like Saiyans, you know, like if you don't kill the Saiyan, he's gonna come back stronger and
Yep.
stronger and stronger, you know, and he gets stronger during the fight as well.
Yep.
So that for me like super. That's what Dragon Ball is for me, you know, like
You can always constantly improve,
Yeah.
even in the middle of something. Nice. Nice, you got that sequence down. That's so good.
This game's stressing me out. Fighting games are so stressful.
They really are.
Thank you for reading that, Dan.
Yeah, it's stressful when you're like, when you're struggling. But I don't think Smash is stressful for you, right?
No, Smash is way.
Really?
I have broken a controller playing Smash.
Yeah, but like playing
So,
playing Smash with us is stressful.
Not with you guys, not as much.
Yeah, that's.
I feel like if it was in a really competitive setting, that's where it would be really stressful. Because like playing this game online is
Wow.
just
Yeah.
frustrating.
I spent a lot of my life playing one of my best friends, and me and him are very close in skill level, but he's typically just edges me out a little bit more often. Probably as like he wins 60% or 65% of the time or something like that. So pretty close, but you know, like, and like sometimes it's just like I put too much self-worth or value in, and you know,
nice punish.
it's
Nice.
just a light punch.
It's a good follow-up though.
Wow.
I feel like that's really how the punishment happens in this game. Like it's really just about following and being
I
consistent.
have to you have to time it pretty precisely, more so than in other fighting games. I feel.
Yeah, I think that's really like, to use Dave's term from last week of skill expression, that's really what that is. If you're able to time things in such a way, it doesn't really matter what combos you're using. Like, obviously, if you tie some supers together and then you have your super assist come in, then, you know, it's going to decimate. But you could even just, like, time a bunch of one-button combos and have that be really efficient.
Ah.
Oh,
Bye bye.
God.
Please don't
Just
kill
there
it.
it goes. You just like watching TN be
Yes.
miserable.
I like how like it's not a big deal for Tenshinhan or whatsoever. Like,
He's just like, I got it, friend.
yeah.
This is my contribution.
See, it feels like I can be winning, and then Daniel gets like one hit, and then it's gonna be so much harder. I went for a heavy to punish there, and then your next move just came out faster.
One
I
thing
went
that
for.
I've noticed Daniel's really good at is key management. Because that's always one of the things that I run into that's really frustrating, is that I go to do like a super or a super combo or something, and then I don't have the key for it.
Yeah, because you guys are like using vanishes like all the time.
It's like the only way I know how to use my key.
It's the only way that I know how to get out of a combo. Well,
Oh, I did
good
switch.
change. Do the thing with the 4 buttons.
Huh? I don't know what that is.
That.
Yeah, this.
I had to use my full pawn to do it.
Yeah. It's like you're just smashing the send help button. Nice. Oh,
Here you go.
But like you're getting so much better in like
For sure.
punishing.
Yeah, that one didn't feel very good. That one I felt so good in like the first probably like 30 seconds of that match, as I felt like I was doing what I wanted to do, and then you just imposed your will on me.
Wow! Like, oh my god! Like, but I feel that at the same time, like, I love your description. Like, not the will thing, but like, these games feels like when you're in a role, like when you have the upper hand, like things escalated like,
Yeah,
super fast.
They
you know?
do. It feels that way a lot of the time, yeah. Which I think like is a lot different than a lot of other fighting games, where there's more often a reset to neutral. This game feels like somehow, surprisingly, feels worse when you're in the corner than any other fighting game.
Yeah.
In every fighting game, it feels bad to be in the corner, but this game, because it's so, being, I don't know, it's so hard. Because like I feel like I get up and I'm instantly already being attacked again. Like I don't.
Yep.
I don't
There's no
even-
recovery time.
Yeah, like in a lot of other games where it's like you get up and you can. Is there get up attacks in this game? Because I feel like that would totally crush you.
Gear up
Daniel.
attacks?
Get up
If
attacks.
there
No.
are, I don't.
No, I don't think so.
Because like Ken and like Street Fighter, I can do Hadouken out of being
Right.
down. Or not Hadouken, Dragon Punch. And so I can do Dragon Punch out of being down. You can fuck Daniel. Just kidding. It's just when I'm down, you just press buttons, right? And like I get up and I get hit again. I've never felt this good against Goku. Switch.
Oh, I wanted
Shut
to
up.
kill with Chelsea.
You're just like so like I don't even like Chaozu. Still, it's just like so much.
Oh, you have to block all the way. Really?
Get wrecked, scrub.
I'm gonna use this just to keep him alive so I can like... Okay.
Oh.
And
Oh
there's
my
a little
God.
tear coming out of his eye, it's amazing.
How many times has Shotzi died this stream? It's interesting that oh. That black? No. One thing that you can use to beat Daniel is do empty hops. He doesn't know what to do when you do them, so just jump straight up when he approaches.
Alright. I did.
No, when he's close to you, not just like when he's on the other side of the screen.
Oh, there's another, like... There, you know how to... do you know how to combo the Dragon Rush? The Super Dash, I mean.
No.
Like, do a Super Dash. Like...
Okay, Daniel.
It's like down heavy, like I'm gonna super dash you and then you have to down heavy when I hit you, okay? Down,
Wait, so
down heavy.
is
Heavy
Yes.
fly.
okay. Oh, what?
Yeah. That's the easiest way to like to counter.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's useful. That's funny because I just find the Dragon Rush. Is that what it's called, or what do you Z-dash?
Super dash is
I
actually.
find the Super Dash to be like only good against projectiles. Like correct me if I'm wrong, but it really feels like the Super Dash just doesn't do anything. Otherwise.
Oh, I just rushed right into it.
Yeah, it was like
wicked.
point blank, you know.
So
Like,
good. Who's up?
You're staying. I'm
Okay.
up.
okay. So yeah, a lot of people like beginners feel that like super dash is the way to close in, but it's not the best.
It
way
seems
to
so
close in.
punishable.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
super punishable.
I don't know how to get in then.
There is a move there in this game that's like the air hop from Smash, like because like you're not like fully jumping and at the same time you're not like dashing.
You mean like
so it's
wave
like
dash?
no, it's not wave dash because you have to actually jump. It's like jumping and doing a dash at the same time, so you go like this, you know, like.
The home team version looks so mean.
He's having a really bad day.
We'll play the definitely the weakest character on this entire roster. It's gotta be Captain Ginyu. Well, his skin doesn't even change, just the armor. So let's see, I want this like negative.
Yeah, so now you guys know how to counter super dashes.
Yeah.
Or you can just block.
Fair.
But then after you block, what you do?
So,
like,
melee, medium, light, heavy.
no, the A is the key blast.
Alright, sorry, I meant key blast. What did I say? Medium?
You said melee.
Melee. Yeah, that's what I mean, melee.
Oh, okay.
The
yes.
opposite of melee.
Nice.
That was awesome.
Do you feel like the characters aren't as complicated as in other fighting games like Street Fighter because it's designed to be 3v3?
No, it depends on the character. Like, for example, Beerus is a lot more complicated than we are playing now. You know, like, and also like Hit super crazy.
Hit's really tough.
I have no idea how to play him at all. Like, and he feels like so OP, but I don't know how to play it. Sorry, because like he has like specific mechanics. You know.
Well, I
Ooh.
I'm trying to get out.
Nice.
Wow, Rohan, your key blasts are just garbage.
I like for a jump.
It's so nice that Goten comes.
I
out
know,
here.
it's so cute.
Maybe you could like Chaosu with Goten, you know, like
Oh, that's so bad!
go Goten, like die for me, little brother.
Oh, so bad.
Also, I feel kind of like happy that they don't have like Kid Trunks and Kid Goten on this game because like otherwise it would be like
Beating up a kid.
yeah.
They do have Gotenks.
They have little boobs.
But then but
was
Kid
an
Buu is
asshole,
not a yeah. I mean like
Kid was like trying to destroy the world for
Yeah.
fun.
but I feel that Gotenks is more like a fair game because like they are combined, so it's not like just a kid, you know, like
That's fair, and he's also.
but you have like Goku from GT, but it's also it's Goku. It's
Is
not
it
like
Goku from GT?
I didn't
or is
even
it Goku?
play Captain Ginyu last time.
it's Goku from.
We'll go ahead and try it again.
Someone should play the other garbage character, which is Nappa.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. That's an unlikely alliance.
Yeah. Frieza can turn golden in this game, do you know?
I don't know.
Which is also super dumb, like golden Frieza. Like, oh, I never
Oh yeah,
trained
like
in my
he was
life. Let
training
me-
in hell.
Yeah, like, oh, I've never trained, so maybe I should do that. Like, what? I'm just like that. Like, I
That's
was
really
born this
interesting
way.
because that was something that they kept doing in Super. Like, no one except for martial artists, and that could be something else you could talk about for Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. Like the exceptionality of martial artists and martial artistry, where they're like, yeah, the point of martial arts is to train and get better. And if people are like, what? Training? Trying to better yourself with something other than just your born abilities?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know when your combo ended. Darn it.
Well done.
Nice.
Oh, you see how that didn't go through your crouching block? That was kind of weird, wasn't it? Captain Ginyu beating Gohan Teenager, just like the game thought it would happen.
Ah, it's so punishable.
Yeah, Beerus is one of those characters that he's just fun to watch, like, really competitive people play.
Whoa. Nice. You knew what I was gonna do.
Yeah. Oh man, come on! I'm keeping missing the super.
At least it doesn't do, like, in
I can't believe I blocked the right way on the first one, and then I changed the way I blocked. What is going on? Which way am I supposed to be blocking?
Nice.
Oh.
I don't know how to play Frieza at all. Oh, that's interesting.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never played Frieza either. Is that the key boss?
Captain Ginyu, you're the one I wanted, not
Oh.
fucking Beerus. Is that gonna kill me?
Ooh. Okay.
Oh, what? You can stay in that form?
Okay,
That
Captain
was-
Ginyu.
That's
Captain
super
Ginyu, please come
interesting.
out. Thank you, thank you.
But he's my lackey. Like, he should be
That's
like.
true.
He doesn't recognize you. You're-
This is unexpected. Oh, you're one Dragon Ball away.
Oh, I'm
okay.
out.
Yeah. That makes sense, because he can't keep...
I'm sick of being your lackey.
Oh my god, we're gonna get out of here.
Oh man, I'm.
Oh, you got all 7 Dragon Balls.
I was pressing buttons. I shouldn't have been pressing buttons. Shoot.
I don't know how to play Frieza. Frieza's stupid.
Darn it, I pull up to an early lead again and then I just get crushed.
You guys should summon Shauna.
Yeah, but how?
Should time that better. That should have been punishable, right? What you just did. Yeah.
It's super weird that Frieza can maintain Golden Form for a little bit since Goku can't maintain anything other than Super Saiyan. I'm like, why
So
why
nerd.
would you do it?
Game.
Nice.
I think you're up.
Frieza is nice, but like that's the
Wait,
problem.
did I
Like,
just pick up this or did?
I don't know.
no, I
No.
just pick up this.
Yeah, so that means
Like there is something so weird about like this game that like the basics is the same. Like you can do like the same regular combos with every
Right.
character, but at some point like you feel weird playing the character. You
Go
know?
ahead and
Yeah.
turn on the lights.
Because like
Yeah,
you
that's
can't
a
like
good idea.
just rely on auto combos at some point.
No, I think our camera did a good job adjusting to those lights.
Sorry.
Yeah, we got about 15 minutes left.
Do you want
Okay.
to do a match and then do we want to watch stuff today or do you want to just keep playing?
Do you guys mind if we're done playing for right now?
Oh yeah. Oh, I could like just kill Chaso one more time, but that's okay.
I think you'll live.
I'm gonna do.
Poor guy's died like 9 times this stream.
And for nothing, like I don't think I killed anyone with him. Like
I'm gonna put on the grand.
oh
final.
no, that's Sony Fox vs. Goalie
Yeah.
is like the classic
This one.
match.
All right.
They
all
are
right.
the classic
Alright.
rivalry on.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and skip up to the start of the game. So I turned off the sound so we can talk about it. So
Alright.
let's go ahead and we'll watch this and we'll see what they're doing in
Is
comparison to
this
what we're
Cell
doing.
and Bardock? Oh,
Ooh,
that's
he's
good.
playing. All right.
Alright.
Is that like Goku's dad? I don't know.
Yeah.
what
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
Yeah.
Bardock.
All right. So we'll see. All right. First of all, do they go? Okay. So opening up with the fighter. So he's using that a lot. Wow. I guess when they're in the air, they can't do that counter thing that you were talking about,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's safer. So they use assists a lot as well. Because they use assists to like extend the
Wow,
combos.
look at how he just is punching his block so much.
Man.
All right, so now Cell's stuck in the corner, getting beat up. Okay.
Okay, so
And now
high
Cell's
jump to
pushing
get out of
back.
it.
So it seems like you can really keep your momentum going with like when you're pressuring block.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like it seems like whoever gets the first punch off can really just sit
Right.
there hitting the block and like
Yeah.
pushing them across the field, getting them into the corner, and like has like all the power. The person blocking really has
Yeah.
nothing that they can do, which is kind of how I was feeling like at certain points. Except for I wasn't blocking it. I was just
Oh, they
doing it.
pulled that lightning way early.
All right, so let's see if he gets the switch off, or is he just gonna let him die? I get tunnel vision in moments like this of trying to get the switch off, and then I
Mhm.
like take damage that I might not have otherwise taken.
I don't think he even had a chance to switch.
No, yeah, he hasn't.
So like that
yeah.
shows like, man, that combo did a lot of damage.
Yeah.
That's one of the things about this game, because like the combos can do a lot of damage because because the value of doing a lot of damage is lessened because your kind of health bar is split into 3 different portions that can't
Right.
all be hit at the same time.
Yeah. And like that's the thing, like
Cool.
you can extend, like look at the health bar, like
Yeah.
this is a crazy
Yeah.
combo.
This wouldn't be good game design in Street Fighter, right? If you had a combo that
Right.
could do that. All right, so he pressed all 4 buttons and now he's back.
Yeah, and then he could like recover a good portion of the health.
Mm-hmm.
But like that's the thing, like you have to mix up. You have to go like overhead and like down because like you're
Yeah.
trying to
Mhm.
you're trying to break the block.
It's interesting how
Yeah.
little grabs there are. There hasn't been a grab yet, despite all the blocking.
Yeah, because like it's so easy to
Oof.
get out of it of the grab. You know, like you literally press a button and then you can get out of it. It's not like. Of course, you have characters like Android 16 that are grabbers, so
Yep.
They have more grab options.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
not just the Dragon Rush.
Right.
But like that's the thing. Like you have to know how to extend the combo. You have to know
Yep.
how to like, yeah,
And using that super assist seems to be a really good
Yeah.
way to do that. And there is a way that you can do, so one character will do a super, and then that leads into a super change,
So
yeah.
which I forget how to do.
You
but-
just press L or
Don't say
L2.
you just do
Yeah,
something.
right, I'm
Come
like,
on.
nah.
No, but it's literally you have to just press a button. Like when you're in the super, you press the other button, and then
Mhm.
you
No,
call it.
I believe it. It's just when
Yeah.
when you describe something that Janelle and I have no clue how to do, it's just doing this
I'm like,
thing.
I don't know.
So I'm kind of confused in the combo system in this game. Like after playing all day, it's like when it says 13 hits here, this was unavoidable for Sonic Fox,
Yes.
or rather for Goey, right? Like
Goichi.
so, as long as that number keeps going up, that's like an unavoidable combo.
Yeah,
right?
you
It's
could-
not like
yeah.
in Smash where like you have a lot of ability to get out of combos.
Mm-hmm.
What's interesting I find about Smash, at least like Smash is like is kind of like this in the sense of like
You know
combos.
Oh
how
my
this
God.
thing, you know, when you're
That was ridiculous.
like when you input the super, when your super animation starts, you
Mhm.
just press L or L2, and then
Mhm.
the other character will come in and
I didn't
do
realize
the
you
their
could
super.
super
stack
as
them,
well.
though.
And that just uses another one of the things on the bottom.
Yeah, it uses another
Yeah.
bar.
So it's interesting that the teleport and the super kind of use the
Yeah.
right.
It
Like
seems
unlike
to really
Street Fighter, which
discourage
has the
Vanish.
V trigger and it has your EX bar. So Street Fighter has like 2 different things.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
What's that star at the bottom underneath
I think
the?
that's just victory.
yeah.
Oh, wait.
So, like,
Oh, so it's first to 3. So that's
yeah.
all. That's all. That's okay. So here, did they have to stay the same characters for the second one, or did they just choose to? I assume
I think it's.
Because I don't remember them going into character
yeah,
select.
I'm not
that's
sure
all.
about the rules.
I don't either, but Cell's no longer in it. And
Oh, yeah.
Sonic
Cell is-
Fox.
Cell's
Oh,
on
No,
he is.
Cell is
Oh, he
there.
is. Okay.
Look at this, like
37 and counting.
One of the interesting things in the interviews I was reading for today was like, you know how like this game looks a lot like the anime.
Mm-hmm.
They taught like 82 hits. Let's see if we can get to one.
Oh
later.
my
86.
God.
no,
He ran out of
it
HP
was
first.
It was like with one combo he
Yeah.
killed the other.
80
They
hits,
call that the touch of death.
Yeah,
I
but
was
like,
watching
but at the
some
same
combos on
point, like
YouTube.
you have to expand like your whole key bar. You have to have
Mhm.
a certain amount of
Yeah.
key to do
Yeah.
that.
Just like how you need to use your EX bar to do extra damage with like
Yeah.
Sakurai and get that special dragon punch and stuff. So, so the creator of the game was talking about the art style for the game and how people like they say it looks just like the anime, and he actually says that it looks better than the anime, and they had to do it because people's memory of what the anime looks like is not what the anime actually is.
Yeah.
And so like if they had just transported the anime into like this game,
Mhm.
like people would have thought it looked like dirt.
Yeah,
Like that's
for
basically
sure.
what he said.
Yeah.
And so it's interesting. Like that aspect of the game is like that's one of the things I think that's a draw for this game for Dragon Ball fans is it really looks like the anime, right?
Mhm.
It looks a lot like what you imagine Dragon Ball is.
Yep.
And I think that's tricky to do well on like multiple levels, like conceptual level as well as like a representational level.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
and
totally agree.
And at the same point, like this game, like it's not just like the it's not like just the graphics, you know, like it's the art direction, like the photography, for example, like it's because like Dragon Ball has this thing about like certain angles and certain framing of certain attacks being so like canonical
Yeah.
that like when you think about like Goku doing a Kamehameha, it's like it's like it's very specific, you know, what about
For sure.
what it is, you know, so you don't have like a lot of room for interpretation. So I feel that they nailed it as well. Like you can picture like the exact moment like in the series when they like did the thing.
For sure.
So do you guys consider this like an interesting project to think about remediation of an anime, right? Because like it's like obviously all Dragon Ball games are remediations of the series, but what is what makes it that this is the most successful? Like this game has way more sales than any other Dragon Ball game, at least fighting game. I think any Dragon Ball game, period, though.
Yeah, I think that a huge part of it is the choice to make it really look like the anime instead of doing the 3D art that they did for the Xenoverse series. And then I think that the timing too, like Super came out, Super was really popular, and then they included like the main characters from Super, even though they're DLC characters that you have to either pay real money or Zenny to unlock. I think that that's a huge part of it, especially since Xenoverse as a narrative was really interesting, but the fact that it was 3D made it just completely different. It was effectively a totally different kind of game.
Yeah, I think when I think about remediation, right, we're thinking of transparency and of hyper, not reality.
Immediacy and
hypermediacy,
hypermediacy.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and like what's immediate about this, right, is like it's a, you know, it's likeness to the anime.
Oh, nice.
And then what's like we see all this like hypermediated stuff. I mean, yes, on this one we have like also their names on there and stuff, but
Sure.
like right, all these bars and stuff, as well as like the constant switching it to different camera angles and stuff. Is that I guess the constant switching to camera angles I think is almost more of a transparency, right? Like it's like that like more mediates what it's like to watch a TV show. It's like right suddenly switch to, you know, Vegeta doing this.
Right. Yeah, and
This one's a really close game.
It is really good. I think that too there's a certain element of like emulating what it would be like to actually fight as these people, right? Because as you're watching the show, it's just kind of understood that they know how much ki they have, they know how much energy they can expend, and like what their available options are. You then controlling them and having like the visibility of a ki bar, of your HP, of knowing how long until your teammate can come back in, being able to execute those kind of like finer mechanics, I think works as a remediation too.
Yeah. One thing I find really interesting about this game is it breaks a particular mold of fighting games, which is typically, at least in Street Fighter, and I'm thinking also in Soul Calibur and Tekken, and in Smash doesn't really have it. But like there's like all these games have like a super, right? Like or like some sort of system for like Sakura's got her Super Dragon Punch or something like that, right?
Right.
But what's different about this game is in those games, your like super is a replacement for something in the combo already. So for instance, so if I do like if I do Sakura's super in Street Fighter, what that does, big oof. If I do Sakura's super, it replaces the Dragon Punch that I would normally do, right? And it seems like in this game though, the super is added onto the bottom end of the combo, right, or the back end of the combo, as opposed to replacing something. I think that's one of like the most interesting things I find about the combos in this game, and like it always, that's why it always surprises me when Daniel does something, because I imagine there was the last hit.
Oh my god, like,
and then it's not over.
Sorry, because like it's clearly like Sonic Fox is getting like beaten up so bad, and like it's so clear that like he's in like Goichi is in his head, you know, like he's making like silly mistakes.
Yep.
So this 61 hit, that was unavoidable. I'm just trying to I still kind of marvel at that. Like,
yeah, I mean it's just ridiculous, and being able to kind of do that kind of reading where it's like I know what kind of mistakes you're prone to. But I really like what you're pointing out about how the supers here are kind of like their own element. They don't just go in and replace a move in a combo. I think that that's also kind of appealing to casual Dragon Ball fans that are like really excited to have a game, where it's like, oh,
I just
I
want
can.
to cast Spirit Bomb.
Yeah, I just want to do a Spirit Bomb, which, like, I'm disappointed that there isn't a Spirit Bomb. Maybe Goku Super Saiyan Blue might be able to do it, but it privileges those really flashy moves because those are the ones that are just, like, intrinsic to the Dragon Ball series and, like, the kind of visual element of it. Where it's like Vegeta's Final Flash. It's a really big deal, and so that's something that they took the time to put in.
Oh my god, he can't go. Oh, okay.
It's bad. This is bad.
Yeah, but now, yeah. Oh my god, like he lost like a huge combo opportunity there.
He dropped it, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Looks like Sonic Fox is gonna lose this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see what do we got on time.
Let's see how
We
far
got
he's
2
gonna go.
minutes, so we'll probably finish this and
You know,
we'll
like-
just
Yeah, no, he's doing a good job now.
boom
Yeah.
and
Nice.
boom.
But you see, like, he like lost an opportunity. Like, when you hit someone, you have to connect. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if you don't connect, you're like opening yourself to be punished.
And you're just missing a lot of opportunities. Like, one hit is not going to do enough damage to make a difference in a match. You need to be able to land those, like, 20, 30 plus hit combos.
Yeah.
For me as a spectator, if I'm completely honest, I find this style of fighting game to be less interesting to me. I like a more robust neutral game, just generally speaking.
Mm-hmm.
So like here it seems like a lot of the impetus is on racking up a lot of damage in a single combo, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's like in terms of like that's just what this game is more about.
Right.
It's about not dropping your combos, and I think that's part of the remediation of Dragon Ball in general. Is like, because in Dragon Ball you'll see like Goku will just like land 300 blows on Frieza in a row,
Yeah.
and then it's Frieza's turn, right? Like that's kind of how it
it's
feels
turn
at times.
taking. Yeah.
Yeah, and so
And actually, it's like one episode for each. Like
Yeah.
usually, you know.
Yeah.
So true.
that can be really true. And so like, but like I like more like the. It's like here, what I'll say is like, okay, so like over the course of all 3 lives, it feels like you have to win like, let's say 12 to 15 neutral engagements, right? But
That was
in like
beautiful.
Smash, to take one stock, you have to win 12 to 15. Or in
Right.
Street Fighter, to win one round, you're gonna have to win 12 to 15,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because like there's a lot of reasons for that, right? Because not every hit is gonna translate to a big combo. But in
Right.
this, it feels like every hit does.
Or every
and-
hit could.
Oh, should.
Or should or could, yeah.
Yeah.
And that creates just a different kind of style of play. It feels like players play more defensively, like just generally speaking. Like when you're on the defense in this game, right? Like you're just like constantly on the back foot, like, right? And I find that to be interesting.
Wow, that's backed.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's
Yeah.
Evo, baby.
That's what's up.
But I am gonna note it's 2:00.
All right.
So thank you for tuning in to our stream, or into the VOD or whatever you
Oh,
want.
that's
Yeah.
interesting. Like he's gonna ask to switch sides.
Oh, that is interesting.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah.
And we will be streaming the arena again on
On
Tuesday,
Tuesday.
not on Thursday.
And I think
Forever?
we'll see King of
No,
Fighters
just this
15.
this Tuesday
Okay.
because Thursday is Thanksgiving.
Yeah. I'll be hanging out with you. I don't know about you.
That's right. I
Yeah.
forgot that you sent me that. Yes.
All right, but yes, thank you very much. Not on air. I don't want to like pressure you and
No.
like, you come to my Thanksgiving party. All right, you guys have a fantastic
Have a good one.
day. It's the last show for the week for, as always, actually for the past couple weeks. But
True.
God bless.
Bye.